This 98-inch mini LED TV from TCL is around $2,000. It has built-in apps and is great for gaming, plus it comes with free install. But there's a catch. You can only find this version at Costco. The TCL QM6 Pro isn't just big, it's room dominating, and it actually gives you features that most people care about at a price that makes sense. But is this TV worth it? Let's talk about it. When it comes to design, the TCL QM6 Pro doesn't try to overdo it. And honestly, I think that works in its favor. It has a clean, modern look that fits in any space. The bezels are practically non-existent. And TCL calls this feature Full View 360 design. It's just another fancy way of saying you're getting a lot of screen with very little frame around it. Now I'll be discussing the 98-inch version in this video since this is the one that was sent to me, but it does come in smaller sizes as well. The 98-inch version is absolutely massive, with just over 85 inches wide, so make sure your wall or TV stand is ready for it. It's about 2.5 inches thick, so it's not the ultra slim TVs that we sometimes see, but for a TV that is mini LED with local dimming and it has that backlight, this is pretty sleek. It has a bit of weight to it too, over 100 pounds without a stand, so you definitely need two people or the professional install, which Costco includes to get it set up correctly. Now as for the stand, it comes with wide set feet that sit all the way at the edges, which adds tons of stability. But with that being said, you'll need a long TV console like I have here if you're not wall mounting it. But just like we're seeing with Sony, the feet lift the screen just enough to fit a soundbar underneath it, or you can have it the way I have it, which is sort of this low, stealthy look. There's also some built-in cable management in the legs, which helps keeps things looking clean if you got multiple devices hooked up. Now around the back, it's a standard black plastic shell, but you notice a couple of large circular cutouts. That's for the built-in subwoofer system. Nothing flashy, but it's functional and helps with audio performance. The remote that comes with the QM6 Pro keeps things simple, but also smart. It's a compact backlit remote that works well in a dark room. It has a clean layout with quick access keys for popular streaming services like Netflix and YouTube, and the navigation pad is responsive without feeling too stiff or too loose. Now, if you don't want to use the remote at all, the TV also has hands-free voice control built in. Just say, hey, and you can control the TV from across the room. No remote needed. Now, for the people that are worried about the man or whoever listening, there is a physical switch under the TV if you want to turn off always listening as well. So it's pretty obvious that TCL is big on innovation, but also our sponsor Spaceship is too. If you're building anything online, whether it's a tech blog or personal brand or even a project to showcase your work and need a solid domain and a clean dashboard to manage it on, check out spaceship.com, the fastest growing domain registrar and hosting provider, now managing over 3 million domains in just 2 years. Use it for any domain projects. Their Launchpad dashboard makes managing everything feel way less like a chore. And if I ever get stuck, which I do often, there's Alf, their built-in AI assistant who handles everything, like annoying stuff like DNS records and transfers and stuff I don't even know about. Oh, they also got this feature called Unbox, which makes setting up your email site or apps just a few clicks away. No tutorials needed, no headaches, no coding classes. And the best part, prices are actually low. Not marketing low, but actually low. Check it out and see how much money you can save. If you're thinking about launching something or cleaning up your digital life, hit up spaceship.com/techninja and use code TechNinja for exclusive deals. That's spaceship.com/techninja. Check it out and you'll thank yourself later. Now, once you power it on, the first thing you'll notice is how bold and clean the image looks. The QM6 Pro uses mini LED backlighting with local dimming, which means you're getting really deep blacks and solid contrast, especially for a TV in this price range. The colors are rich without looking blown out, and thanks to the quantum dot panel, you're getting a wide color gamut that makes HDR content pop. It supports all the major formats like Dolby Vision, HDR10+, and even Dolby Vision IQ, which adjusts brightness based on your room lighting. Now, with a TV in this price range for the size, there are gonna be some drawbacks, right? This isn't the absolute brightest TV on the market, but in regular rooms with windows and lights on, it still holds up pretty well, but it's not that blinding brightness you're seeing with more expensive TVs. TCL added an anti-glare reflective coating on this Costco Pro version, which helps cut down the glare And if you guys follow me for a while, you know that I love anti-glare reflective coating. Put it on everything. Anytime there's an option for it, I want it, sign me up. And I think TCL did a really great job with it. I'm actually shocked. I wasn't expecting a ton out of it, to be honest, but it's actually right up there with some of the other brands that do it too, but for way less money. But if you want this exact same TV without the reflective coating, the non-pro version that you can find at other stores would have the glossy coating, but I recommend giving the anti-glare reflective coating a look by going into the stores and just kind of check it out. In a darker space, that mini LED tech really shines. You get that punchy contrast that I talked about before, and that helps in action movies, sci-fi scenes, or moody dramas for it to stand out. Now look, it's not an OLED level of black, but it is definitely pretty good, and most people wouldn't be able to tell the difference. As someone who reviews TVs, I can see the difference, but people that I've had come to the house to watch it, they were shocked at the price of the TV. They were thinking this TV was a $5,000 TV set, and at the end of the day, it's about how you perceive it when you're watching it, and a lot of people feel this TV is worth more than it actually is. Now for everyday content, streaming, YouTube, or even live TV, it does a great job at upscaling it and keeping things sharp without looking too artificial. So for example, if you're watching an older TV show, these were not made for HD. So the TV does the processing in the background to make it look good on your actual TV device. Now, although it's not as sharp as a native TV show shot for HD, it still gives you a nice picture even if the content is older, especially if you're sitting like 8 to 10 feet away, as you should with a TV this size. It looks really good when you're watching content that isn't designed for a big TV. You also don't have to mess with a ton of settings to get a good picture out of the box. In my opinion, the filmmaker or movie modes are actually tuned nicely if you want a realistic image for pictures, or standard is solid for most viewing, but I do find vivid is great for sports and also video games. If you're a person who games, this next section is for you, but if not, you can just skip it, and I'll leave that down below if you want to skip to the next section. For gaming, this TV has everything you want to see on a spec sheet, right? It holds up in real-world usage too. The QM6 Pro supports 4K at 120 Hz. It even goes up to 144 Hz with a compatible PC. If you drop down to 1080p, you can unlock the 240 Hz using TCL's Game Accelerator mode. And that's great if you're playing competitive gaming. Now, you may not want to play competitive gaming on a screen this big, but you definitely have the option for that super fast, twitchy movement. It has 2 full bandwidth HDMI 2.1 ports, so you can plug in both a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series X to get the full performance out of both. There's also support for ALLM and VRR, including FreeSync Premium Pro, so games run smooth and look better with less screen tearing. Input lag is super low, which means everything from racing games to shooters feel absolutely responsive. The huge screen also makes gaming feel so much more immersive. Game mode kicks in automatically when you're playing a game. There's even a game bar overlay that gets you quick access to things like frame rate in the corner, HDR status, map zoom, so when you have like a little map you can zoom it up, and then also like a crosshair in the middle, which helps with precision aiming in video games. This TV definitely has the gaming specs, and gaming on this thing has been really nice, I'm not gonna lie. But I wish there was more of a gaming hub like other TVs are starting to add, where it puts all your games in one spot in streaming services, but that is just a minor critique overall. Sound quality, it's good enough, but you should use a sound bar. It gets loud enough for casual viewing, dialogue is clear. There's even a built-in subwoofer that gives you a little bit more punch than you'd expect from most flat panels. But let's be honest, a TV on this size is definitely an investment, and with that investment, you should get a soundbar and subwoofer combo. That's where the audio experience really levels up, and then you get to fully enjoy the set. Being 100% transparent, I have not used TCL's soundbar lineup in a while, so I can't speak directly on how they pair with this specific model, but regardless of the brand, even a cheap soundbar is the move here if you want better clarity, sound effects, or just more punch overall. The QM6 Pro runs Google TV, which gives you an easy to navigate interface with personalized recommendations based on what you watch. It supports all the big apps like Netflix, Disney+, Hulu, Prime Video, YouTube, and the Play Store to install even more apps that are compatible. Everything loads quickly, and the interface is very snappy compared to the updated processor that TCL is using. Once again, being 100% honest, my personal TV, I have a Sony in my den, and it uses Google TV as well. This TCL TV, which is about $1,000 cheaper and bigger than my Sony, is actually faster to go through the interface compared to my Sony TV. So there's something to be said about TCL's processor and how well it's moving and how well it navigates. Now, if you're already in the Google ecosystem, this fits in perfectly. You can cast content from your phone, use Google Assistant for smart home control, and even get a multi-user profile so your kids can log in and get a different experience. Software updates come through regularly as well, which can definitely keep things fresh and add new apps and features. There's not a lot of bloatware or unnecessary extras. A couple of TCL apps, which I really don't hate, as they do add some functionality to the TV, and it just works the way you want a smart TV to work. So look, is this the best TV around? No. But most people don't care about the things that I care about when it comes to TVs as someone who reviews them and meticulously look at every single spec. This is a big TV with a good picture and smart features and a good price, and it's great for gaming. What more do you want? So if you're interested in this TV or the non-pro version, I'm gonna leave links down below to check it out, and it definitely helps the channel out, so I appreciate if you use my links when you go shopping. Kevin the Tech Ninja, take care guys, peace.